Excellencies, distinguished guests, dear friends across all our global locations, a very warm welcome to the 25th edition of the Global Futures Summit. So today we are connected across more than 20 cities and 8 time zones. Some of you are here in Hanoi, others are in Vienna, some in Cambridge, hi to the Cambridge Forum, some in Brussels, Berlin, Reutlingen, the University of Reutlingen, Zagreb, my dear friend Professor Kosenka Dumancic and the team, Budapest, hi Greg Gergely, Bucharest, hi Lilia Tupora and the team, and Yerevan and Gyumri, Tashkent, and it's a privilege to have also with us the AI Association of Central Asia, my dear friend Dr. Fahad Asif from Islamabad, also a new face, Professor Faisal Rashid and the team from the University of Gujranwala. Gujranwala, my apologies. Also Abu Dhabi, I'm waving over to Philippe and the team. Dhaka, hi Rukaya and Subaya. Nairobi, greetings to Stacy and our Kenyan team. And also Stellenbosch, Pierre, Tanya, and the whole team of Special Edge, who will also give a short pitch afterwards. Ho Chi Minh City and Jakarta, hi Vijay, and many more places around the world who are joining currently via YouTube live stream. Wherever you are, you're part of one shared room and one shared conversation. So please let me start, like most of the times, with a very personal story. So here you can see in 2018, I got on this high-tech motorcycle in Austria. And essentially, I got on this high-tech motorcycle in Austria and rode along the historic Silk Road all the way to the pole of inaccessibility in China and back. On that journey, I encountered borders and checkpoints, of course, but much more importantly, I met people, engineers, entrepreneurs, diplomats, academics, even monks and truck drivers. I saw how much friction there is still in our world, political, cultural, technological, but I also saw how much friction there still is in our world. Political, cultural, technological, but I also saw how quickly things can move when there's trust across those boundaries or borders. So that trip was actually the origin of Silk Road 4.0, as you can see here. And in nowadays phase, our modern connectivity ecosystem inspired by an old trade route. Instead of caravans and spices, we connect people, knowledge, and capital. Instead of one road, we work with many local hubs. The idea has always been simple. If we can reduce friction between the right people, we can unlock solutions that no country and no company can build alone. Well, since 2018, when I did the trip, the world has not become any calmer. We've experienced fragile supply chains, a pandemic, geopolitical tensions, and economic uncertainty. On top of this comes the economic shockwave of AI, and on the horizon, the question of artificial super intelligence. Behind all the technical debates sits a deeper question. What does it mean to be human in a world where machines can increasingly simulate our intelligence and even our conversations? So what remains uniquely ours, our ethics, our empathy, our sense of responsibility, our capacity to imagine a better future together? In many ways, the debate about superintelligence is a debate about our own better self, a question none of us can answer alone, only together. Recently, I had the privilege to attend the Autumn Economic Forum in Ho Chi Minh City, and I listened to the Venerable Prime Minister of Vietnam, His Excellency Pham Minh Chinh, in a dialogue with the World Economic Forum. In his speech, he returned again and again to one word: unity. So he said, and I quote, "No country is safe if one country is unsafe," he said. He called for renewed multilateralism and solidarity, and reminded us that change does not only come from governments top down, it comes from businesses and people like us. Technology, he emphasized, must bring happiness and safety to people, and its benefits must be shared so that no one is left behind. His closing triad was simple and powerful. Unity gives us strength, cooperation gives us benefits, dialogue strengthens trust. At the same event, Stephen Merchanthaler from the World Economic Forum himself described the mind shift organizations need in this VUCA world, moving from competition to collaboration, from static to evolving, from silos to systems, from narrow specialization to integration, and from pure efficiency to creativity and learning. And this is exactly the culture we as Silk Road 4.0 are trying to cultivate here. Prime Minister Pham speaks about unity. Inside Silk Road 4.0, we use the word alignment. That means unity with direction. You can see this in our well-known four-circle model that we used from the very beginning. One circle is technology and innovation. So that's where people create new capabilities. One is people and culture, those who synchronize our societies with these changes. One is global governance and law, those who structure the rules of the game. And one is, of course, business and finance, those who enable solutions to grow and scale. And exactly where these circles overlap is home of Silk Road 4.0. Our role is to align those four communities around responsible ventures. That, for us, is unity, alignment across technology, people, governance, and capital. So there is a concept in physics called spontaneous synchronization. Many separate oscillators on a shared platform, metronomes, pendulum, even fireflies, gradually fall into rhythm without any central command. So I see Silk Road 4.0 in a similar way. What you see today is the show of unity. But the real alignment happens before and after our summit, in the many calls, introductions, and collaborations where people slowly begin to move in sync. The Global Future Summit is only the moment when this synchronization becomes globally visible. And I should emphasize, I'm not speaking on behalf of any government or even powerful organizations. I can only speak for myself, and I hope in a way for our Silk Road 4.0 family. From that perspective, the conclusion is simple. We need more together than separate. We need more person-to-person trust and fewer invisible walls and mental silos. So Silk Road 4.0 has always been built on individuals who happen to hold important roles in organizations. Our philosophy is that it is not someone out there who will fix things the world. It is us, me. My own personal rule is simple. Try to be a little bit better than yesterday as a person, as a leader, as a partner. If enough of us do that, the system changes. And just a brief update. So for those who have been following us for longer, out of this mindset, Silk Road has grown into 3 pillars. So those people familiar with Silk Road, they know already, but I will repeat it for those many new faces here in the group. The first pillar is the Global Future Summit, our co-created flagship, which you are part of right now. Here, we bring together the 4 circles: technology and innovation, people and culture, global governance and law, business and finance. We focus this edition on AI and life sciences and a concrete project that deserve to be scaled. So the second pillar, and you can all find this on our website, is the Silk Road 4.0 Global Business Club, the engine room behind the summit. The summit provides inspiration and connection. The business club provides continuity. It is a created membership community for the AI and ASI, artificial superintelligence transition, where decision makers from companies, funds, universities, cities, and international organizations work together to open markets and build cross-border ventures. Membership offers access to a trusted global network, structured support to turn ideas into pilots and investments, faster and safer market entry through local partners and visible leadership roles in this emerging ecosystem. So later today, our Vice President for Membership Affairs, Professor David Zahakian, saying hi to Yerevan, to Armenia, will walk you through the membership model in more detail. But the third pillar and formation, so that's why we don't have a page yet, is the SILKROAD 4.0 Association. That will be our non-profit arm for public good projects, long-term governance, innovation, and initiatives where the logic cannot be purely commercial. So none of this would be possible without many people who are working day and night to make today happen. And I'm just waving over to Konstantin. I think you didn't sleep that much in the last days. So I want to thank our local hosts in all participating cities across 8 time zones, our strategic partners and sponsors, and the institutions that continue to trust us. Also, I'm deeply grateful to our advisory circle, our core team, our regional directors and local ambassadors. And I want to give special appreciation to our interns and volunteers. So Konstantin, the mastermind, amazing job that they did. Diana, thank you. Sevan, Shu, and Medina for joining in on the short notice. The invisible backbone who make sure the live stream runs, speakers arrive on time, and everything works in all locations. Without you, there would be no Global Future Summit. And just briefly, as coming now to an end, looking ahead, I'm pleased to announce that our next Global Future Summit will take place on April 14th, 2026, in partnership with the EM Congress. So the managing director of EM Congress, Mark Tarago, will also briefly speak later. So why I'm mentioning it is what we start today should gain momentum, not just fade away as a one-time thing. The relationships you begin today, the projects you sketch today, should be more mature and more impactful by then. So let us treat this day not as an isolated event, but as a checkpoint in a shared journey. If we can live the Prime Minister's triad, unity, collaboration, and dialogue, and translate it into our language of alignment, co-creation, and trust, then this summit will have achieved its purpose. With that, it's my great pleasure to officially open the 25th Global Future Summit.